Hello, this is Vivek. In this video we'll see how to use a Contact Form 7 plugin. I'm going to plugins. I'll search for a Contact Form 7. I'll install a Contact Form 7 plugin and I'll install it clicking on this add new button. This is a Contact Form 7 plugin. Here you can see all the information. It's installed more than 1 million times and it's last updated 4 days ago and compatible with the version of this WordPress installation. Is a developer and these are the reviews. It's almost 4.5 with 1438 reviews. Contact Form 7 is one of the most popular plugins. I'm installing this plugin and you can use other plugins like WP Forms, the Gravity Forms. There are a lot of other plugins also for contact forms. I'm activating this plugin. Here it's activated. You should see we have a new tab that is contact, and with the contact you should also install one more plugin that is with the contact forms, that is contact form DB. For any reason, if you are not getting emails, you shouldn't miss inquiries. For that purpose, if you use a contact form DB, those inquiries will be stored in a database. With the help of these plugins, you can choose one of the popular plugin. Here also it's a similar, it only works with Jetpack forms. For Contact Form 7 you should use other plugins to store these records, inquiries. Here we have a default contact form. I'm copying it. I'll go to pages. I'll edit this contact form. I'll go to text mode. This is a shortcut. Here also it's a shortcut. I'm just selecting this shortcode, removing it and pasting this shortcode. I'm updating this page. If I reload, you should see our new form. This is a new form. If I click on submit, these fields are required. I'm going to contact and I'll make the changes for this contact form, default contact form. These are all the fields. If you want to add any extra fields, you can create them. Say your name, email. After email, I'll add a mobile number, that is a telephone. It's a required field. Here you can see it's a required, it's adding star and it's a telephone input field and the name is mobile, and default value I have not used anything, and you can add a placeholder text by clicking on this one, and you can add a ID attribute or a class attribute. I'm clicking on this insert tag and I'll add a label by just copying this text, pasting it here, closing this label. Your mobile. To save these changes, just click on save. This form will be saved, and if I reload this page, I should see this mobile field also it's required. If you want to remove this required, just remove this star and update. If I reload, this required should disappear. If I submit this page, you should see these are the two fields that required, and these are all the fields we can add: text, email, URL, and telephone number, data, text area. All these fields, input type fields, you can add just by clicking on here, and this is the email to email address, and from this is the email ID, and subject line and the subject line of this form. You can change this placeholder text. Also, you can create a second mail and we can send a confirmation to user, that is a person who is submitting a email. We can send a thank you email, like here it's chosen as your email from this user. It's a default details what I have submitted in for a site title, and it's choosing as a WordPress at wordpress.codingcyber.org. This is the domain name. For that purpose it's choosing. You can update this email ID, and here it's choosing as a WordPress course, that's a site title and a subject line. I can change it like thank you for contacting us. Hi. Thank you for contacting us. I'll get back to you. "24 hours" or 1 or 2 working days. You can put anything. I'll just save it. Whenever a user submits a form, site admin will receive an email, that is this email address, and also user will receive an email. Thank you for contacting us. You can change this text whatever you want. You can remove this footer text also if you wanted to, and you can set the message, thank you message, and if there is any error, all this message you can go through it and you can update this message. And additional settings, if you want to add any codes you can add it here. That's about contact form 7. And for working with a contact form 7 you need to know a little bit of HTML and all, otherwise it will be difficult. And there are other plugins also, drag and drop plugins you can use. This is one of the most popular plugins in a WordPress repository and WordPress.